Flat out of luck. Episode 2. I'll sort it out.
Luke woke up to the sound of dripping water. Drip! Drip! Drip. He groaned and pulled the blanket over his head. The leak had kept him awake all night, and now his first day at work had arrived, with barely any sleep. He sat up and looked at the bucket in the middle of the room. The water level had risen overnight, nearly half full. He sighed, emptied it into the sink, and rubbed his eyes.
Perfect. First night in my new home, and I'm already dealing with this.
He checked his phone. It was 7:30 a.m., not much time before work. He opened his messages and quickly typed a WhatsApp to Mr. Harris, the landlord.
Hi, this is Luke. I've just moved into the flat, and I've noticed a leak in the ceiling. Could you let me know when it can be fixed?
No response. He didn't have time to wait. He needed to get ready for work. On the bus, his phone finally buzzed. Message from Mr. Harris.
Oh, yes. I'll sort that soon. No worries.
Luke frowned.
I'll sort that soon. What did that mean? Today? Tomorrow? Next week?
He wrote.
Do you know when it can be fixed?
He watched as 3 dots appeared. Mr. Harris was typing. Then nothing. Luke let out a frustrated sigh. It was too early to deal with this, and he had to focus on his first day at work. At the office, his manager Declan greeted him at the entrance.
Luke, welcome. Good to have you here. Let me show you around.
Declan walked him through the kitchen area, meeting rooms, and desks, pointing out where everyone sat.
Coffee machines over there. Very important. And we usually grab lunch around 1. Oh, and don't worry if things feel a bit fast today. We'll circle back on everything later.
Luke nodded. Circle back? Back to what? He smiled and followed Declan, hoping he'd figure things out soon enough. Luke was assigned to help with a small project on his first day. Just some basic research and notes for a meeting. Simple enough. At 11 a.m., Declan stopped by his desk.
How's everything going, Luke?
Good, I think. I'm just finishing the research now.
Brilliant. Could you pull together a quick summary and send it over?
Luke hesitated.
Pull together? What do you mean by pull together? Do you mean write a short report?
Declan smiled.
Yeah, exactly. Just bullet points are fine.
Luke nodded, making a mental note. Pull together equals write a summary. At lunchtime, Luke sat with Oifa, a friendly colleague from his team.
So, how's the flat? All settled in?
She asked. Luke sighed.
Not really. There's a leak in my ceiling and my landlord says he'll sort it soon. What does that even mean?
Oifa laughed.
Ah, that's classic. Soon could mean tomorrow, next week, or never.
So what do I do?
Call him. Keep asking. If you don't push, some landlords won't do anything.
Luke nodded, making a mental note to be more direct when he got home. Then Oifa grinned and said,
Ah, sure, you'll be grand.
Luke stared at her.
I'll be what?
Grand, fine, it'll work out.
But there's water dripping into my flat. That's not grand.
Oif laughed.
Oh, yeah, in Ireland. You'll be grand doesn't always mean everything is okay. It just means don't worry about it too much.
Right, I get it. I think.
Luke got home after work. The leak was worse. He could hear the steady dripping before he even took off his jacket. He emptied the bucket again, took a deep breath, and called Mr. Harris. Luckily, Mr. Harris answered the phone.
Ah, Luke, no worries. I'll get someone out to you soon.
Okay, but when exactly? It's getting worse.
Ah, sure, don't worry about it. These things take time.
I understand, but I really need this fixed. I can't sleep with the constant dripping.
Right, I'll see what I can do. I'll give you a shout.
You'll give me a shout?
Yeah. Talk soon.
Click. Luke stared at his phone. What just happened?